Welcome race fans to the 2015 New South Wales Formula V Championship, Round 2, Race 3, Sydney Motorsport Park.
And this race, the starting grid is based on the finishing order of the earlier race today. And on the front position, Michael Kinsella, Ryan Reynolds, Simon Pace, Dylan Thomas.
Oh, James Horn, great start. It goes around Jeff Bennett straight away. Poor start from Bennett.
Where's
Thomas has got a problem here. Look.
Falling back. James Horn flies past the fourth place Dylan Thomas.
On board with Matty Bode by the look of the helmet.
Interesting camera angle. I wonder if his steering's pulling to the right.
Okay, yes, there's Hookie on the left. Here's Jeff Bennett falling back.
Look at this start. Past Jeff Bennett. Matt Bode is driving past Jeff Bennett.
There's Thomas having a slow one on the outside there, so he's got a problem. Ryan Reynolds, cracker start. Look at him go.
And look at the lead ahead of Michael Kinsella, who was on pole. Ryan Reynolds in the orange Sabre there. Enters turn 2, through turn 2. With
Simon Pace on the outside, Timmy Brook on the inside, Jimmy Horn there in the lead group now after having a fantastic run from the rear of the grid in the last race.
Right, Tim Brook and Simon Pace going side by side through there. Who'll get third place as they come in?
Okay, Ryan Reynolds, Kinsella, Pace. Timmy Brook with a nice bright helmet. Thankfully, we can distinguish. Craig Sparks dropped off this front group, so this front group's already got a bit of a gap.
And James Horn, he went from 8th to 5th within four corners.
There's Jacob Andrews. I'm not sure who was behind him, and then Matty Bode.
The field goes through here, turn 6.
There's Piercy.
That was Ray Cripps that we just saw. We didn't mention him enough in the race earlier today.
And Wayne Hamilton.
Okay. Ray has a speedway background and he's shown a lot of speed in his first few races ever in open wheel racing cars. The leading pack comes into turn 10 here. Ryan Reynolds, Michael Kinsella, Simon Pace, first, second and third.
Okay, then Timmy Brook, Jimmy Horn, a little bit of a gap. Then there's Craig Spark, a little bit of a gap. Jacob Andrews, and I think that might be Johnny Mack. Is that Johnny Mack in the cab car?
Great driving by Jacob Andrews to get up there in the top 10.
Okay, then it's Matty Bode, Gary Hook, Aaron Pace. Oh, no, it's not. That's Jeff Bennett. Jeff Bennett's fallen a long way back. Right. Where was Aaron Pace? I didn't see Aaron Pace in that group.
Look out for him. But look at the snake of Formula V's go down the 1 kilometre long main straight there, and we saw the 1200s there towards the end, but they're all the cars, all 47,000 Formula V's following that snaking line down the main straight.
Okay, so he wasn't able to get the toe there on Timmy Brook, which was interesting to see. I thought he was about to pull out from the toe, and Timmy Brook must have just quite caught the toe from
Right, but did you notice how James Horn actually did get a bit of a toe on the exit of turn 1 there? He actually started to close up on Tim Brook.
Yep, so these top 5 here have pulled away.
All the cars going to do. Jeff Bennett, Gary Hook, there's Bruce Perry, Simon Duffy.
Oh, there's a car on the outside of 2. Who's that?
That's Jeff Bassingthwaite. Went wide on the entry into turn 2. We'll see. I think he lost it. Ray Cripps just following Jeff Bassingthwaite through. That's fast driving by Ray in the 1200, just keeping up with the 1600.
Okay, they're going so fast through. It's a little bit of a fuzz, but it's Ryan Reynolds leading from Kinsella, Pace, Brook, Horny's doing a great job now in this race after a bit of adversity yesterday.
Right, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. There's 6. Craig Spark just falling back a bit. Jacob Andrews, brilliant driving.
Okay.
John McDonald and Matt Bode, and there's Jeff Bennett.
Jeff Bennett looked like he was going to have a look into turn 8 there.
We'll get to see that in a second, but the leaders have jumped forward, coming onto the main straight here. Ryan Reynolds kept the lead.
Ryan Reynolds' car looks very strong here. He looks like he gets a good exit out onto the straight there, and he's not really that well threatened. Look at that next group. That next group is angry group. Here, Matty Bode, just in front of him is Jeff Bennett. In front of him is Johnny Mack in the Kavanagh car.
That's right, Jeff Bennett actually did take Matt Bode down on the inside, coming onto the main straight. Here we are, side by side, the 2 sky blue, Polar and Jacer. The Jacer on the left. Will James Horn in the onboard car get the toe?
No, I think he's giving some room there. So obviously Timmy Brook's still on the inside there. Timmy Brook's being on the inside will have the inside for turn 2, which is the ideal place to be placed.
2x2 at 170k. We can see the 2 sky blue cars there.
There's actually a couple of car lengths gap between the front 3 and the next 2 now, and Ryan Reynolds got towed by both of them.
He did. He went from first to third.
That's the first time that's happened this weekend, I think.
For quite a while, yes. I think Ryan Reynolds' car not exactly suited to the wet or the damp, but this track's a bit drier this afternoon. Maybe the car's got that bit more grip that it didn't have earlier. Okay,
so Kinsella when he got in the lead in the race earlier this morning, he drove away. So let's see. Well, I won't say he drove away. The boys behind sort of tangled. Well, not tangled, but just got into battle.
Right, notice that we've lost Dylan Thomas. He's not in this race. I think I just saw him halfway through the first lap just go into the back circuit into gate 4 and off the circuit.
Yeah, Simon Pace just slowed up coming out on the exit of 6 there. It'd be interesting to see what happened there.
There goes Matt Bode down the inside of Bruce Perry. So Matt's on the charge. Will he catch Gary Hook? There's Simon Duffy and Morgan Fremantle. They're trading places as well.
And Jacob Andrews was leading that group. He has the whole race so far, so he's doing a pretty good job. Here goes Lyle Moyes up the inside of Bernie Cannon.
Moyes, aggressive aggressive driving from long.
Oh, he
No.
pulls the nose in to not get it chopped off.
Well,
Michael Gale and Wayne Hamilton.
Wayne Hamilton looks like Wayne's at the back to the front. Turn 8, coming up to
Where's
turn
Kinsella?
9. Where is Kinsella?
Wasn't
He's
Kinsella
gone.
leading?
Kinsella, is he that far ahead that we can't see him?
Actually,
No.
something-
Simon Pace is leading. Where is Michael Kinsella? Kinsella, the blue, silver and white Jacer. Where are you?
okay, so you've got...
There's Kinsella, Ryan
Fourth.
Reynolds, Tim Brook, James Horn.
I did notice, it looked like Pacey had to go wide coming out of turn 6. Where is Kinsella? There's Jeff Bennett. Sparkle's fallen back.
The whole pack
There's
of
Kinsella
cars
there.
is
So
back.
Kinsella's in that group back there with Matty Bode, Jacob Andrews.
Hang on, I'm just getting a report. Yes, he lost it at turn 6.
So that's why we saw Simon Pace go in a bit of a funny... And someone's off here.
Is that's either Craig Spark or...
Morgo?
No, John McDonald.
Johnny Mac?
Looks like Johnny.
Matty Bode up the inside of Jacob Andrews here. Is he going to pull it off? Jacob's
two
giving it
CXC
space.
Stingers wheel to wheel round turn 1 at full speed.
It is the last race, so they can touch.
But they
Oh, and
they
Michael
did-
Kinsella up the inside. So that's where Kinsella is. He's through now and right behind Craig Sparks.
Kinsella would have got that great double toe from the 2 CXC Stingers.
Okay, here goes Timmy Brook
Tim
up
Brook
the
down the inside of
inside.
Simon Pace. He should get this position. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the track. But Simon Pace driving brilliantly, keeping out of trouble. Race after race. He's back. He actually won that second place back. There's Kinsella. How many places has Kinsella made up?
Okay, so he was probably towards the end of that group at the start of the lap. So he's already done a pretty good punch down the straight.
He would have passed several cars in the toes. Ryan Reynolds.
Okay,
to
now
the lead.
Kinsella brings some of these cars forward with him, particularly like Craig Spark, who has been quite fast, but he's not looked so good in this race.
Well, Michael's made some aerodynamic changes to the engine cover, so I'm not. It should be a very slippery car. Probably wouldn't be easy to get a toe off it. There's Jeff Bennett going through
Here
now.
goes Kinsella up the inside.
Kinsella
Spark,
almost touches.
Spark
Was
just turns in.
That was Craig Spark. Kept his position.
There's Morgo, followed by Simon Duffy, followed by Al Harrison,
And there is Gary Myers going through.
followed by Pimmy.
William Pym. Good on you, Pimmy. There's Matt Pearce in the red and white Lepton.
Butcher right on him.
That's the first two 1200 cars going through. Now there's Lyle Moyes leading, Bernie Cannon leading, Michael Gale leading, Wayne Hamilton. Wayne went off earlier, but he's made up those positions. And
Front turf pulled away from Timmy Brook and Horny by a car length, but Timmy Brooks is very good through turn 11 there.
he is, but look at Simon Pace driving brilliantly.
Check how he made up some spots there. I have noticed that Timmy Brook is really, really good through turn 11.
Well, yeah, Tim Brook's good through every corner. Maybe the Jacer's a little bit more suited for that corner compared to others.
Yeah, it's got that different rear end suspension, so it might help it there. There's Morgo coming through. So
Simon
you've got
Duffy.
the lead group. You got the lead group with then Jeff Bennett in between that and the next group.
All right, I've just counted 14 cars there on the main straight, all at one time. This many laps into the race.
And there's the 1200s are still in there.
Right, Ryan Reynolds keeps the lead now, coming into turn 2. Simon Pace right on his tail.
It's almost like Timmy Brook and Jimmy Horn are just down a little bit of power down the straight because they sort of seem to lose a bit to these front
And
two.
then gain a bit, and then lose a bit, then gain a bit.
They
That's right.
pull it back through the twisty bits and lose it a bit in the straight. Kinsella is bringing this group forward though. If you notice, they are
Certainly
catching.
is. Matt Bode, Jacob
But they're all
Evans,
going
Gary
with him.
Hook, Bruce Perry's still on the track.
Duffy up the inside of Morgo, but Morgo's got the inside for 3.
Right, we watch. There's Gary Myers going through. Ray Cripps going through.
Pimmy, go Pimmy.
Go Pimmy.
Okay, and here comes the 1200s of Matty Pearce and Stevie Butcher. 1-2. These two have had a cracking battle all race.
Right, just the leaders going through, but what we haven't mentioned is that Matt Pearce actually started the weekend with Mako 4, yellow Mako 4, but unfortunately had engine troubles the day before, so he's transferred to the 1200.
Yeah, did a change of entry, which was accepted by the clerk of the course.
And, of course, not gaining points for this weekend either.
No, he is gaining points.
He was awarded points?
He's gaining points because it's been allowed by the clerk of the course, which means he is an entry.
So he's a real driver, is he?
He's a real driver.
In a real car.
Very
good. There's Morgan Fremantle, Simon Duffy, Bruce Perry.
Affectionately named the Teabag.
The Teabag. There's Gary Myers going through. William Pym going through. Alan Harrison
Talking to the
going through.
Teabag, there's the Teabag.
There's the Teabag there in the red and white Lepton.
Okay, it's called the Teabag because it's a...
Lepton. That's why.
Okay, so here comes Ryan Reynolds leading.
Enough of the frivolities. Let's get back to the serious racing.
Let's see how Timmy Brook and Horny go down the straight compared to Ryan Reynolds and Simon Pace. They seem to lose it.
They're a bit closer though coming onto this lap, but let's watch.
Okay, Kinsella has left this group. Craig Spark's left the group from Matty Bode, from Jacob Andrews and Gary Hook.
But the whole field is still relatively close together considering.
Yep.
Actually, there's the same distance between, there's the leading car going through turn 1 now, and the
a bit of oil out of Gary Myers there. Did you see that? Okay,
Oil
here
out
he
of
goes.
a
So he's on
Formula
board.
V.
See, the front two seem to just pull away. I think Timmy Brook is just struggling with a bit of power.
Now, and James Horn can't tow Tim Brook.
I think James Horn's struggling from a bit of power as well. Timmy Brooks seems to get a bit of a toe in at the late
But
part
now
here.
he's catching. Look, it's on the exit of turn 1.
Oh, he's got the inside of Simon. You'll get him.
He made up all that space just between turn 1 and turn 2.
Oh, Simon's going to hold him out in turn 3, and he'll be ideal place for turn 4.
In classic form, Tim Brook leaves plenty of room. Safe, clean driving.
Oh, up the inside here. Who's this around the back? It's Simon Duffy, but he's not aggressive
Down the inside
enough.
of Morgo, but no.
Morgo gave him room there.
They do. There look lots of safe drivers out
Al
there.
Harrison in that group too.
Mate, I can't keep up with everything that's going on. Back to the leaders. Turn 4, coming into turn 5.
Actually, I think Jeff Bennett's actually catching up to these guys.
We'll
Look at
see
this.
him in a second.
He's just in shot there.
Come
See
there
that?
he is. He is.
Jeff Bennett, and he's holding Kinsella. Kinsella's not catching Jeff Bennett as quickly as I thought he would.
I'd say Michael, with that charge, has probably cooked his tyres. Cooked those Dunlops. Michael doesn't seem to have the speed now that he had earlier on.
And you mentioned the key word there, Dunlops. Kinsella's on Dunlops when you've got Ryan Reynolds and Thomas and those guys are all running the Hoosier tyre.
Right, so Hoosiers, they're doing a great job in this race, around this circuit.
And actually, to mention it, the Hoosier actually was the quicker tyre in the monsoonial conditions yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
Which was everyone's concern about the Hoosier was how good they'd go in the wet, and they were the tyre to be on.
If it's black and it's round, these drivers will drive them fast.
Okay, so actually, see that there was Simon Gale. He's moved forward quite a bit there.
Right, the leaders. Ryan Reynolds, he's had a lot of the lead of this race.
Oh, Pace, see, this actually might be a little smart ploy here. Pace has given himself a car length there to get the run up to the back of Ryan Reynolds and see if they can give him a better slingshot. Down the straight there. Matty Bowe's got around Jacob Andrews. Gary Hook.
Gary Hook's catching Matt and Jacob. And Bruce Perry is catching Gary Hook. And Morgan Fremantle is now catching Bruce Perry.
Well, I don't know about catching. Oh, Doozy's Pimmy. Butcher's on the inside of Matty Pearce.
Right, that's the lead for the 1200s going through here. Coming onto the main straight. Will Matt Pearce in the red and white Lepton get the toe?
I'd say you would get the toe. These two have been having a ding-dong battle this race here.
And so have these 4. Now,
Ryan Reynolds trying to hold off the inside of Pace. Pace has got the inside for 3, but he lifts.
Yeah, but Tim Brook's got the speed. He's got a bit of a run there. We'll see in a moment. Jeff Bennett's definitely catching. I think Michael Kinsella's catching as well.
I'd say it's lucky that Ryan Reynolds had a gentleman driver of Simon Pace on the inside there, because another driver probably would have held it in there.
Exactly. But look at there's first, second, third, fourth,
and look at this.
sixth.
Bennett is catching him, and Kinsella's there too.
And look, I think that the leading cars here, 1, 2, 3, 4, are actually slowing themselves down, and cars as far back as 7th, 8th, and 9th are
look
catching
at that.
slowly.
Bennett has made a huge amount of space up in this race.
Right, Craig Spark. There may be Craig's falling back a bit, but these cars, Matt Bowe, Jacob Andrews, I think they're slowly catching, but they might run out of time.
Okay, I don't know if they're catching the lead group, but they're definitely catching up to Sparks.
Right,
okay,
now Matt Pearce has got the lead of the 1200s back.
Yeah, well, he would have got the toe down the straight there, so that was an interesting choice for Butcher to let him for Butcher to make the pass earlier. Not thinking about the straight earlier.
Right, Butcher was a bit smoky.
Look at this, here you go. Who's it? Bennett. Bennett is right there. Yeah, I reckon at the end of this next straight.
They are definitely catching. There's 5th place is definitely catching.
And Kinsella's also right there.
So there's a lot of racing going on in these lead 4 cars, and they're slowing themselves down.
But look at this. Ryan Reynolds has actually made a car length on Simon Pace again. I'm very impressed with Jeff Bennett. The last 2 laps, he is... Hang on. See that? Jacob Andrews is missing a nose cone.
He was. There's been a touch. There's been controversy. There's been...
And that was with his stablemate.
His teammate. We get the microphone out back in the compound where the drivers will be after this race, and we'll interview them and see what happened.
At least we know it's the last race of the weekend. They can both walk their separate ways and calm down before the next round.
Well, but they'll have to all get together in the garage afterwards. But there was the 1200s going through. Michael Gale was catching there in the 1200s, I saw. But look, turn 2, Simon Pace back on Ryan Reynolds' tail.
I'd say, and then there was 6. Look at that. Bennett is going to be on him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Michael Kinsella in 6 is catching too. But Craig Spark there falling back.
Look on the infield here. Look on the infield.
No nose cone where?
There's a white car there. That's is that Ray Cripps?
That was Ray Cripps, I think. The white car. I think he'd lost an engine. I saw a whole heap of smoke.
Okay, Jeff Bennett, he's on this group. So the group is 5 and Kinsella will be there in a second as well. So the group is about to become 6.
Bad luck for Ray Cripps. He's fast, but unfortunately his car won't let him down in this
Matty
race.
Bode, Jacob Andrews, Gary Hook, Bruce Perry, all in a big group here.
Oh, look, I wish the leaders of that pack luck.
Simon Duffy, Morgan Fremantle and Al Harrison. These guys are also all together.
And Matt Pearce kept his lead for another lap there. Steve Butcher couldn't tow Matt.
Butcher's carried a bit of extra weight here, and I mean it in his car, but it could mean it otherwise.
Look at this, first, second, third, fourth,
Oh, look at that.
6.
Hamilton gets out of the way. How gentleman was that?
Too gentlemanly, probably.
Okay, so you've got the run to the flag. I think there's about another 2 laps to go, so they'll be working positions.
Gary Hook's got Jacob Andrews.
He has.
And Bruce Perry's still in the last place of that pack. But Simon Duffy and Morgan Fremantle and Alan Harrison, they've really had quite a race all together, all this, the whole, every lap after lap.
Okay, let's see if Butcher can get close enough to get a tow down through Matty Pearce down the straight. You'd actually think that Butcher would have the slipper street? Slipperier car down the straight. Here's James Horn getting the tow on. He actually
Can't quite do it.
I actually think Horn didn't quite pull out early enough there. See, he had to hesitate.
That's right, he left it too late.
I think he didn't quite pull out early enough.
And just hesitated and backed off, and that was it. But look at Tim Brook pulling away and catching the leaders.
It's like that second phase there that Timmy Brooks
Break.
He's
Tim,
on the inside.
Break the inside, but don't touch.
He's on the inside. Kinsella's there. Actually, look at this. Jeff Bennett's going to have the inside of Horny too.
But I think Tim Brook, he's actually done it. He's actually got that position.
Okay, and Ben, check out Bennett here. Awesome job there by Jeff Bennett.
Yep, he's gained up all these...
Oh, but Timmy Brooks smart. Watch this. Timmy Brooks going to be...
Hang on, let me get a breath. Let me get a breath.
3 wide into 4 is not going to work. And Jeff Bennett, Kinsella on it.
Look at this.
Jeff Bennett's gone from 5th to 3rd. Kinsella's gone from 6th to 4th.
And where's
Timmy
Simon
Brooks
Pace?
even? Oh, there's a nose cone.
There's the nose cone, and they've run wild. Simon Pace.
So Timmy Brooks has gone from 3rd to 6th.
And Simon Pace has gone from second to nowhere, unfortunately.
Oh, I can't say Timmy Brooks gone to 6th. He's in 2nd.
That's right.
It's Horny that's gone all the way back.
Exactly, and Tim Brook, who's done beautifully in that race. Now we'll see.
Sparks is by himself there. Oh, that's not Sparks. Was that?
Yeah, that was Sparks.
Was it Johnny Mack?
No, I think that was.
Oh, look at this. Hookie got the good exit there. I thought he was going to have a run. Butcher's back in front. So Butcher did get the tow.
Well, it wouldn't be hard to get a tow off the Lepton, but
the Lepton's actually pretty slippery because where it's wide, he's actually down by the H beam, so it's already got a bit of a break.
But with Matt Pearce driving, it's very hard to get past.
2 laps to go. This is going to be approaching.
Ryan Reynolds pulled out a good gap here through the back of the circuit.
So Kinsella's done well. So this is coming to the last lap. Kinsella's done well. Kinsella's in 3rd.
1 lap to go.
So Horny's dropped off here.
Yeah, I think James won't be able to make up this gap with 1 lap to go. But if you look ahead, they're 2 wide, 3 wide. 2 wide, 3 wide again.
Timmy Brooks got the inside. Kinsella.
Tim Brooks blocked it, and he'll get past
watch his Kinsella to the inside. Ooh.
How did Kinsella go from that far back to 2nd place?
This is a very, very impressive drive by Kinsella.
What a drive. But look at Jeff Bennett. Jeff Bennett, he's going to keep that position.
That's impressive there because he's on the exit outside of turn 2 there and holds it.
He's got quite a jump on the exit of that corner.
And look at that. There's Horny's on that went around outside of Pacey as well. So both the outside drivers in 2 held the inside for 3.
Tim Brooks gone from 2nd to 4th in 1 lap. Simon Pace, he's gone from nowhere to 5th in this lap. James Horny went from 2nd to nowhere in this lap.
Okay, so but you've got Jeff Bennett and Michael Kinsella 3rd and 2nd, and both those guys were not even in this lead group 3 laps ago. 3 laps ago, they were nowhere to be seen. Incredible. Okay, so and Kinsella with the pace that he's got, he's actually going to be a shoe-in to win this down the chute, with the toe on the last lap here.
Well, we'll see. Bruce Perry has a go at Gary Hook, and he steals a position.
And that means Jacob Andrews has passed Hook as well down the straight.
No, he doesn't steal a position. Or does he steal a position? I don't know.
Who's really wide there?
Someone went wide. That was Wayne Hamilton.
Wait, there's something down there because
that's Alan Harrison
going off. Something's on the track.
Simon Duffy kept it on line and made up places.
Okay, so Butcher's got the lead on the last lap of the 1200. So can the Lipton teabag get the chute, toe down the chute?
And Michael Gale pulled out ahead of Lyle Moyes and Bernie Cannon.
Here we go.
Front.
Last corner, last lap.
Down
Ryan Reynolds, Michael Kinsella.
We'll see. Watch out.
Bennett. Can Jeff Bennett come through and shoot them all down?
Snake, we can't see who's up in the front.
Horny's not getting the toe. He's not going to do it. Pacey pulls out and tries to go.
To the left.
Kinsella can't see it.
No, he couldn't do it.
I don't know. Okay, Matty Bode looks like he's got a bit of a gap on. Jacob Andrews got a gap on Hawkey. So can Bruce Perry get the run? Oh, what's his side by side?
Wheel. Simon Duffy clear of the cars behind him.
Al Harrison and
Wayne Hamilton couldn't get Alan Harrison. And Steve Butcher going down for the lead in the 1200s. It looks
is he
like
going to do it? Is he going to do it? So Mikey Kinsella did get the run. Look at that.
Incredible.
Mikey Kinsella from nowhere to the win. Ryan Reynolds, Jeff Bennett, Timmy Brook.
And Simon Pace, James Horn, John McDonald and Matt Bay. But what a drive by Michael Kinsella. Amazing.
And Jeff Bennett. I mean, Jeff Bennett was solid getting his way up there. Okay, 1200s. Matty Pearce did get the toe on Butcher.
Incredible again.
Michael Gale, Lyle Moyes and Bernie Cannon.
What a race.
That was pretty impressive, I must say.
I enjoyed that.